Ragnar Lothbrok lies dead in the Northumbrian dirt. Veins choked with Anglo-Saxon wrath and viper's venom. Revenge was swift. His sons laid waste to the British Isles, splintering the land and slaughtering all who opposed them. The Viking horde swept west, an insatiable force that brought Alfred the Great to his knees. But some men can only be pushed so far. The year is now 878 AD, whilst Norsemen settle land they once pillaged. Alfred of Wessex seeks to unite the Isles under one banner. But here stand a new wave of the ambitious and hungry, ready to stake their claim to Britannia. Kings will rise. One will rule.
Hello and welcome to Thrones of Britannia. This is going to be a quick first look, and we are going to kick off today with West Seaxe. Before we do that, I'm just going to show you, this is the new campaign interface where you get to choose your faction, and it will tell you some bits and pieces about each faction. Before we go into West Seaxe, I'll just show you we have English, Welsh, Gaelic, the Great Viking Army, and Viking Sea Kings factions. So each one has two factions, and of course we are playing as West Seaxe today as the English faction. The other English faction is Mercia. We're going to be playing this very hard. We're only going to play a few turns into it just to give you a quick look at what's involved. So as West Seaxe, our faction leader is Alfred. Initial challenge is easy. He's got a large territory, including a lot of vassals. So you can read here a bit of faction information. Cultural features for the English culture. We get Fried. It's part-time soldiers pledged to leave their farms for military service each year. We can recruit levy units based on the number of owned settlements. We also get plus 25% commander's aura for all characters and plus 5 melee skill for all units when defending. As West Seaxe, we get Witan, which is an Anglo-Saxon National Assembly. They meet to discuss progress and make new proposals regarding West Saxe's future. We also get 5 XP for generals per turn, and as units we get strong armoured swords and spear infantry with impressive late game cavalry. So the campaign settings for this are going to be pretty straightforward. Limited AI, no advisor help, and just 40 minutes per turn. Generally I find the battles only last maybe 10 to 15 minutes if that. And as mentioned, very hard difficulty. So let's kick into this game.
Long have the Vikings raided our lands, but nothing prepared us for their great army. For a decade we fought them, the tide of battle ebbing back and forth. Until finally they were defeated, and their great army fled our lands. Now, England lies divided. Its old political order washed away. Too long have we fought amongst ourselves. Now is the time to unite as England.
England is divided, weakened from a decade of fighting. West Saxe has suffered greatly, but its star is on the rise. It is your fate to bring order back to these lands. You have vassals under your protection who are sworn to aid you in time of war. They are Gwent and Glewisig to your northwest, Defen and Kernu to your west, and Seaxe and Kent to the east. It is important to maintain good relations with your vassals. If you do not, they may choose to break your treaty rather than join your war. Rumors abound of new Viking incursions in the south. You will need to build up your defenses there to make sure you are not caught off guard when they strike. One of your armies is ready to attack the southern rebels. Dealing with this threat promptly will bring much needed stability to your lands.
Okay, so we've been given our first mission as West Seaxe, and that is to eliminate the local rebels that are nearby. We will get an internal stability reward, so +5 for all regions for 5 turns. So let's zoom to the area, and you will see right there is the army in question. So we will stamp ahead and see how it goes.
The men are ready to serve. We can take them.
Okay, so this is our battle deployment screen. Here you have the balance of power. You will see it's pretty much 50-50 at the moment. Your forces will always be on the left and the enemy on the right. You can just basically see that they're deploying 540 and we have 555. We can choose to withdraw. We can choose to auto-resolve, but we are going to choose today to manually fight the battle. Okay, and here just before we kick off the battle, you'll see a little bit more detail. Straight in front of you, you will see the map, the terrain map overview. On the top of there, you'll see the stats for both generals. So here's our king, and then the rebel army. It's also going to tell you your name. And also we get a chance to go through all the units, including the enemy, and you can see the differences and stuff like that. Not bad, quite handy as well. Okay, so let's just kick into the battle. So weather conditions, you get 3 chances to change the weather conditions if you don't like it. It tells you what the weather is like, so fog and any effects that may have. So severely reduced visibility. You can wait and then it will skip it. It will go ahead a little bit and give you another condition. It may change, it may get better, it may get worse. I always like to just go straight into it because really you can't change the weather. And we have our deployment screen again. So this is basically before we start the battle. Anything in this yellow boundary here you'll see is our deployment area. So we can deploy our troops anywhere within those before a battle. The enemy can, or the AI can as well. So I'm going to bring my guys over this way. So we're going to put the king in the middle. I'm going to put my spears over here. We're going to put my swordman there.
General!
Group those together. I hate when that does. Group those together and put the archers there. And our horse will go there. So we'll start the battle. We'll move our troops forward and try and get them to move for a while.
A cavalry charge to the rear of an enemy formation can be devastating.
Okay, so let's get these guys moving to probably... Let's get them moving there first. We'll get the archers to move just behind them. Okay, so while they move, we're just going to speed time up. So they're not running, they're walking. No point tiring them out. Further, I think we will. I think we'll go here now. Bring these guys there, and my horse to about there. Okay, so they are moving now. A little bit of a shuffle there for the guys. Okay, we're about right. I think we will just bring them up there. So let's have a look at the guys, shall we, while we are here. Just bring them up. Look at those shields glistening. Beautiful.
Don't falter now, lads.
These guys, the swordsmen, are still coming up here.
Eager to fight.
Eager to fight, aye. And where is he? Where's the man? There he is. Oh. Where is he? There he is. King Alfred. All in his glistening glory. Hey, we got spearmen there. And our other swordsmen have made it as well. And we have our archers at the back. And way here we have our cav. And I'm going to bring them forward. Just bring them forward a little bit.
Shift
Look at that.
yourselves!
Beautiful. Aye. Right. Okay, so they're not moving. I like where we are. I think the trees may help us if we move forward a bit.
Battle awaits
So
us!
let's just go there, see if they
Making
move,
haste!
and then make our archers there.
Making haste! Awaits!
I think we'll leave the horsemen for now. The horsemen are in a good position. I'm not going to get them to charge, so I'm not going to put them in a wedge formation. We are just going to slowly... Okay, so let's get these troops there moving.
Orders. Bowman!
Let's get everybody moving.
Cavalry!
Just a little bit of a jog on. You know, warm up. Okay. So they're not doing anything yet.
Ready!
Righty, so we'll just move you there.
Shift yourselves!
Just put our archers there behind.
Shift
Put our archers about a
yourselves!
little bit further back.
Quick march, men!
Just trying to draw them in.
Horsemen!
Just
We
put our
will
horses
shift
there.
yourselves!
We're just outside their range, which is good. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and engage them a bit. We're going to bring our archers about there.
Faster! On the double! Let battle commence!
Ah, here they come. Alright, now we got them in. Let's
Hurry
go.
it up!
Back.
Horsemen!
Coming through.
Eager to fight! Bowman! Horsemen! Drive the horses! Forward!
We buggered that up a bit. We let them charge to our flanks.
Glory away! Send a barrage!
I think he's
Our
gonna
general
come
is
over
under
here.
attack.
Incoming! Brace yourselves, lads! Quick march, men! We're under fire! Ready for war! Swordsmen! Taking fire! Shift yourselves! Fire on them! Archers! Darken the skies! To battle! Yours to victory! Attack! Bowman! Loose missiles! Making haste!
Doing okay. Boost them in.
The men are rallying! Swordsmen!
See, they flee before our might.
Cool.
Spearmen! Hit hard! Bowman! Aim and fire! Fire on them! Spearmen! Get them!
So we've broken them.
Cavalry!
We've broken the cavalry. Now, everything to keep focusing on the guys we're focusing on.
Yours to command! Thanks! Our foes have flanked us!
Nah, they're gone.
Horsemen!
Or have they?
Faster! Hit
Nah,
hard!
they're coming on there. Let's just come out a bit.
Archers! Aim
One
and
there.
fire! Fire on them! Awaiting orders!
Cool. middle, we have these guys. Chase them down. Get into there.
Archers!
Finish them off.
Archers!
Get into them. Okay, so we've got them routed now.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Loose missiles!
Loose the missiles, they'll probably recoup. It's fine. Let's move you there.
Quick march, men! Under enemy fire! Horsemen! Shift yourselves! The men are leaving the ready for war! Hit hard!
Okay. Get our horses to chase the archers down.
Bowman! Reload! Deploy ranged attack!
These guys over here.
Pierce them! Archers! Attack from range! Get them! Cavalry! Hit hard!
Cavalry's to just take out their axemen.
The enemy general is dead. Our men run from the enemy. This is shameful.
Oh, they've routed our horsemen for some reason.
Battle
Fine.
awaits us! The foe's running
We've
away!
won this battle.
Making ready! To victory! Very well!
Okay, so
Yours to command!
alright, so we're chasing them down. We've got a lot more, we've let a lot leave
Archers! Moving as commanded!
than we wanted to. We'll just end the battle here, so we have to have a follow-up battle. So we're going to end the battle. 185 losses, that's quite extensive. I think the best is 87. Okay, they killed 176 of my guys, so there's about 11 friendly fire. You'll see here that of my units, the general killed the king, 178 kills for him. Everybody else was pretty much there. I mean, 86 for a spearman, 58 for a swordsman, and even a cav did alright. So we actually didn't. Yeah, they lost 4 units. Okay, so they've still got 1 and a little bit units left. So we'll take on the men.
Move
Captured.
into position!
Excellent, and we have.
We will do our utmost.
We'll upskill our general now to a quartermaster that allows for 5% campaign movement. And then we'll
The
take
glorious combat!
We're just going to auto-resolve this. We're just going to take it to them. Kick them in the nuts. Slash to the throat. They're done. Captured 15. That's an extra 1%. Why not?
Moving up.
Just bring them in. And that, humble beginnings, is our first mission succeeded. And we gain 5 stability for the whole region, all around, all regions, yep, for 5 turns. That gives us a boost. Very nice. So Alfred,
We await your
you
command.
are now going to go back to the main cast.
God marches with us!
So what I'm going to do, guys, is leave that here. I will do one more video, which will be the interns go a little bit more of the interface and build some farms and stuff like that for you. I just thought we'd give you this as a good first look. I like the game. I think it's a great way. I haven't played Total War since Rome 2. That disappointed hugely. It's okay now. So I haven't gone through any of the other ones, but I love Total War campaigns. And these, the Total War sagas as they're called, so this is the Thrones of Britannia, they focus more on a certain timeline. Also, you know, like this is focusing on the Vikings age around Great Britain and, you know, the invasions and things there. So I like the idea of these sagas. They're a little bit more streamlined, less detailed in some areas, a little bit more, and I'll cover that probably more in the next video. But if you like this video, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. Leave comments. I love your comments. I always try and reply. Well, I always do reply to your comments. So it's just helps a lot. And if you are subscribed, hit that bell so you don't miss any notifications. Thanks guys, and see you later.